Hey guys, how are we all doing? So another work-related video strategy, and this is more about toxic colleagues. Who are your co-workers, your colleagues? The person you work beside. They can be good or bad. And your supervisor, line manager, your bosses, you need to keep on the right side of them. The CEO, well, you probably won't see them much, but you always want to be polite and cheerful when you meet them. So one of the type of colleagues, workers you're going to find in your workplace is called a sniper. And this is a type of person who takes a shot at you in a comedic form. It's an insult masked in humour. Often happens in team meetings because they've got an audience. Another type of person are the passive aggressives. And these are the people who don't say anything, but they're unhappy with you. Somewhere or other down the line, you've pissed them off. And they're going to get to you in an underhanded way. They are punishing you for pissing them off.
Whoa! Someone's played an awful prank.
People who are passive aggressives do not like to be put up front and forced to respond amongst a group. If we allow them to get away with it, they will repeat this action. So one of the best responses is to put them in the headlights. In front of everybody, ask a question like, are you trying to ... something like make things difficult for me? Keep me out of the loop? Are you trying to say you don't like what I'm doing? Slightly aggressive, but not too aggressive. Just have meaning. Oh, they might respond. So you got to be ready with a forward reply. So what you're going to do, you need to turn their responses back on them and make them answer questions. So you want to get them to start answering your questions. So be polite but assertive and say something like, well, thank you, but why would you say that? Get them to start answering your questions. And eventually just say thank you and with a smile and walk away because you don't care about them. Let them get on with it. You need to avoid these co-workers, or if you see them, don't get too involved with them. So the first one, the guy on the left, he's your stereotypical corporate bro. He's been there a while. He doesn't work too hard. He's likable, but he can be pompous and undermining. He's used to having his own way. And he's good buddies with the higher management. So another one, like the gossip, is all up in your business. Digs to find out what she can. She finds it all really entertaining. She, too, is a passive aggressive. The more she knows about you, the more she can use against you. This other one is called a frenemy. He pretends to be your friend, or she. But trusting them will not be good for you. They're only your friends because they think there's something in it for them. Remember, co-workers in the main are not your friends, they're just your colleagues. And then you get the arse kisser. You see that? Kissing that hippopotamus's arse, yeah. Takes on every request from the boss. Whatever the boss asks, he gives. If you talk about your boss or make a mistake, this person will go straight to them and tell. And then one last colleague that really you want to avoid if you can is the overly ambitious one. You are a threat they must destroy, especially if you're really good at your job and you're starting to get compliments from managers and supervisors. And the thing is because that person's been there a while, the company will actually believe them when they make a complaint about you. She'll do things like she'll hide info from you. She wants to make you look bad. So knowledge is boss. Don't play their game. Focus on establishing yourself all the time. Remember to be unique and authentic. Now you've got the bossy worker. I love this picture. So they give unsolicited advice you don't need about the job you're doing. So you just got to tolerate them. Don't start telling that person that you don't want their advice or that you know your job. They're just going to get worse. The best way to deal is just to be gracious with that person. Say thanks. Keep the experience good. Ego trips just don't work. In time, you will get to know this person and you will get to know how to deal with them better. So dealing with toxic co-workers, do you like my witch? They can be a mix of jealous, mean and miserable. But don't take the bait. They like to make you feel bad and small. When you recognise this pattern or person, you will learn not to react. Try to set boundaries, like refusing to gossip about other co-workers, and don't share your personal information. You need to know when to fight back and when to ignore them. So be positive. Remember, they are a negative force that you have to work with. And if you can, interact with them as little as possible. So, give yourself the gift of good communication. Learn how to respond and reply. I've got some more videos coming on here that will give you ideas about how to respond and reply to various situations. Take control over the people who try to wreck your day. Every time you feel someone is saying something that you feel they shouldn't be saying or asking, remember this principle. Yes, they can ask or do, but I have good responses for that and I can nip this in the bud. I hope you found this video interesting. Please let me know in the comments, as I like to give you as much info as I can to help you deal with work and other situations. It's all about finding the right strategy. Keep your mental health good. Please press the like button and watch some of my other videos that I do, like the one about being bullied, or the one about being new in your work, or the one about starting your own business. Loads of ideas. Let me know if you have some ideas that you want me to talk about as well. Catch you next time.